Hello.
Yeah, you see the warning up below you?
Yeah, I see it. This is a fair warning to you guys. What we're the crackhead comment of the day is not for the faint of heart.
And it revolves around a certain individual that we continue to pelt against. Like, we've already pelted against people like Charles Band Together Fan 2001, and we pelted against people like DS Station. But this individual is worse than both of them.
Yes. Um, and we also and there's also constantly been new revelations about this person's associates.
Yes. And the reason why I'm choosing to start the Crackhead comment of the day first before we get to our usual content is because we have to address this immediately instead of waiting until we get to a certain point like we usually do. Like, we usually go like collections, pickled treasures, and then Crackhead comment of the day before the reviews. But this time we're gonna start with the Crackhead first.
Yes. By the way, my review of a super progressive movie comes out in 2 days.
Yeah, I am looking forward to that. The thing that go public.
Yep.
Hey guys!
Hey,
Hello.
John Wick fan.
Yep, got my Despicable Me PFP for tomorrow night stream.
Yep. Good on you. Also, have you seen what's below you? This below you?
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna start the Crackhead comment of the day first because trust me, we cannot let this go. We cannot wait any longer. We have to get this out.
Yes. And it's pretty precise timing considering that this person's former boss literally just posted a video about them today.
Oof. I mean, I mean, should we make it not about him, not just about him as well? I mean, because there's another one that I've come across.
I mean, we could. Yeah, well, like, so this is the one that we're. Is it related
Yeah.
to the one we're gonna talk about today?
Sadly, no. But it's just as bad.
Although this time, because trust me, talking about this one is going to be a lot harder. So we're going to primarily focus on this individual, and I think all of our associates know who this individual is. Time to get some backstory out of the way first.
All right.
Alright.
Take a guess whom we're talking about.
Is it Ryan Kruleski?
Ding ding ding. You're a
ding,
winner.
ding. You got that one right.
Of all the Crackhead comments of the day, this might be on probably of the ones we've done so far. This might be on par with some of what probably might be in our top 30 worst people we've caught on for this show.
Ooh.
Yeah. By the way, the crackhead comment of the day that we're talking about, literally tops Ryan Krueske's infamous take about KP not wanting to choke the chicken to her.
I'm just gonna find it right now. I'm finding
I'm
it
gonna
right
show
now.
it.
No, I'm getting it from my end as
Wait.
well. Wait,
All right. You still.
I do have.
right.
I do have to ask. I do have to ask one thing though. Are we gonna do another one later tonight after our pickles and whatnot?
We tend to always only do like maybe just one crackhead comment each stream. That's been our usual stick.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll make the next one be about the one that I need to go on about. But still, let's get this crackhead comment out of the way from Ryan Kruleski, and I am pulling it up right now. I've just downloaded it. Huh? Are you kidding me? Can't even upload WebPs. All right, I'll have to. All right, I'll have to.
I think that movie Cartoon Fanatic has it anyway.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have the tab on it.
Tab on it? Well, here you go. I've
Yeah.
got it on my tab too.
Ready? So let's read it, and we're not doing the voice this time because it's too serious of a situation to do a voice like that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, wouldn't it be nicer though, like in fiction, often when people argue, they got close up to their faves and start making out. With all the hate that I receive, it would be super cool for my haters to have an all-out orgy with me and them apologizing for their actions.
Oh my
What
god.
the fuck?
Don't worry.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I've pretty much commented on this myself. I'll even share my screen on.
I was my mind was blown when I first saw this.
I mean, same here. I'll share my screen.
Like I'm not kidding. I was this close to vomiting too.
Here you go. Here's my response.
Wait,
Can you pull up my screen?
I'm still pulling up your screen.
Here we go. What in the ever-loving fuck? Ryan Kruleski has hit an all-new low right now.
Yeah. Before this comment was revealed, I literally said that Ryan Kruleski it cannot go 1 second without mentioning something related to doing the deed with someone, but and yeah, that's confirmed with this right here.
I'm not kidding. Like, seriously, dude, can you leave your perversions out for 1 fucking minute?
Literally, I was just eating dinner, and I literally had to whisk myself away because of this. That's how bad this comment is. So bad that I had to whisk myself away from the dinner table because of how horrendous this comment truly is.
Exactly. Screw Ryan Kruleski.
Yeah, screw you, Ryan Kruleski. Screw you for whisking me away from my dinner.
This is for you, Ryan Kruleski.
I shall give you a middle finger too, Ryan Kruleski. You suck. Rundown. There we go. And John McRocks.
Hang on.
As if John's worst editor wasn't bad enough before, He always finds new ways to make himself look worse than he already was.
I mean, I can't believe it. This truly is the worst thing I've ever seen, y'all.
I got one that I found out yesterday by someone named Vitamin Nick.
Again, was it by the same end? Again, today we're only talking about Ryan Kuleski.
Oh,
We'll do that. We'll do that next
I'll
time.
probably save that for another time.
Because
Yeah.
the comment I want to share is one that I wanted to share, but I'll have to save that for August. You know,
Well,
the
depending
last
on
stream
which
where
one, or really just depending on which one I find more insane that's worthy of
I'm not
talking
getting
about
any
it.
sound. Hold on. Let me see if something's up.
well, MCF, we'll let you decide between the comment I discovered and its rundowns.
Because trust me, this is a very serious. Just right now, this is a very serious situation.
I mean, no shit.
Yeah. And pretty coincidental timing considering
me?
the fact that Mr. Enter
Yep, we can hear ya.
released a video about Ryan today.
And this is pretty much entry 4 in that saga, according to Enner. And I plan on watching that with
to
you guys
Mitchell,
later.
MCF doesn't really put the link in the live chat.
Besides, it already has like 6 people, and that's
Yeah,
how much I can
unfortunately.
really work with.
I see something on Razor X's comments. He said he's not getting any sound.
All right. Why don't we go ahead and show off what we got?
Well, we need to also extend this as well because trust me, there is more to this than we originally thought. Because spoiler alert, we got to bring up some of Ryan Kuleski's associates here as well.
Yep.
All right.
So
who could that be?
Because trust me, we have people like Jetto Bread and Jackson, and of course Chelsea, the one who we're probably the most pissed at.
Chelsea was made aware about what Ryan did to 2 of his victims.
Yeah,
And yet she still chooses to date him just so she could get material items like Cow and Chicken on Blu-ray, even though the show is literally available on Tubi right now.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Jackson was willing to fucking sue people like sue Crimson Mayhem for telling him to cut Ryan Kuleski out of his life.
And according to Crimson, there was one time back in either 2021 or 2022 when both of them mistreated Crimson on his birthday of all things.
And yeah, and it gets so much worse because like I said, it's like Ryan Kuleski almost always finds a way to make himself worse than he already was. And yeah, to say that we were all disgusted when we all saw that comment would be an understatement.
Yes.
And like, imagine wanting to have an orgy with your fucking haters, some of those being kids.
Just as I'm enjoying my dinner. And seriously though, regarding Chelsea, the fact that she was aware about these people yet chooses to date Ryan Kuleski, it seriously reminds me of like the Vic stands who are aware of the evidence against Vic and yet choose to dismiss it.
Yeah, and we're just gonna flat say it. If any one of your lot is still associating with this piece of shit, you are not welcome here, and you're instantly banned from our Discords and our channels.
Same here. I am not allowing you to ever access my servers ever.
Yep.
Any
Straight
servers
up
I'm in,
banned.
boom.
Yep.
You're not
Yep.
even getting access to any
Anyone
of the-
anyone who actually support this fucker is automatically banned from my Discord, YouTube, and my Instagram, my Facebook, and my Twitter and my Blue Sky.
They're
Yeah,
pretty
like
much all
you lose the right to associate with any one of us.
Again, I will not give you access to what I have.
So to make it clear, fuck you, Ryan Kruleski, fuck you, Chelsea, fuck you, Jackson Lennox, and fuck you, Jetto Bread. And oh yeah, by the way, fuck Mongrel, fuck Mr. Mongrel, fuck Ray Rance, and fuck Ariana Timble.
Fuck all of them. We shall
As well as
give
Brandon
one
Hackman.
more middle
Fuck him.
finger. One more middle finger shall suffice. On the count of 3, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Hold on.
Ryan Kruleski belongs in jail at this point.
He certainly does.
Yep.
I'm done. I just wanted to enjoy my dinner in peace, and yet I couldn't because the live stream started, and now we have to talk about this motherfucker right here.
Yep. Oh, I'm definitely doing a venting VC on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. We're also going to watch Mr. Renner's video later.
I managed to watch it today, so I was practically doing it in preparation. Because yeah, anyone who supports Ryan Kruleski or Skate is immediately banned. Like, we will catch you on site if you're still supporting him.
If I find out, I'm not letting you near any of my hardware.
Okay, what would you do if someone who is a super fan of Ryan Kruleski is on your server?
I would ban them immediately.
Ban them
Same here.
immediately.
You're banned!
And yet I haven't even opened up my server to invites.
Although, speaking of Matthew the Prep server, I actually recently got a Plex account and accessed his server through there, and he has a lot of titles on there so far.
Yep. I still pretty much need to get some content and new hard drives. Because quite frankly, with the hard drive contents I have, currently 1,500 gigabytes worth of hard drives, it's really not enough for the sheer amount of stuff that'll eventually come after we do our movies and binges.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So with that being said, let's move on. Fuck you, Ryan Kruleski. I hope
Yeah,
you burn in
why don't
hell.
we just move on from this fucking bastard?
Yeah,
Mhm.
burn in hell, you piece of shit.
And no, you do not get the Keith David clip.
All right. Now we can show off what we got.
So,
All right. I'm going to start with the one DVD here. All right. This is a glow-in-the-dark DVD slipcover. Todd McFarlane's Spawn.
Oh,
I
that
believe I
animated
saw that.
series. I love that animated series. One of my favorite adult cartoons.
Has anyone actually seen this series?
I wish
have.
I
It's
had.
awesome.
No.
I
no.
wish I had seen it.
Hey, Ryan, have you actually seen this?
Not yet.
I mean,
But I did
that's
see the trailer. It looks awesome.
It is
it
awesome.
looks
It's one of my
awesome.
favorite adult animated cartoons. And this was before, like,
I will be
and this was
making
during
a.
the time when,
I really do want to make a Toon Discussions episode on this show next year.
And it
You
was
do?
released the same year as South Park. It was very early.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Next
there
up
was an adult animated
is-
show that wasn't a comedy.
Now on to the Blu-rays. Next up is 9.
Oh,
9.
underrated movie. Nice.
9.
And basically, Sean's also reviewed it.
It was
Yeah.
this was the last time that a theatrically released animated movie would be either rated PG-13 or R until the release of Hell and Back.
Well, but in terms of wide releases, then you've got Sausage Party.
Yep.
Which, honestly,
Anyway.
I'd rather watch that over Hell and Back.
Next up is Army of Darkness.
The most non-Evil Dead movie there is.
Excuse me, I gotta go somewhere.
All right. Hey, Canadian Ribbon. Now on to the
That series.
Now on to the 4K here. The Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Neato.
Nice.
Nice. Sorry, I was just. No, it was just not. Just trying to hop on me.
Also, hot take, but Rosalina is my favorite Mario princess out of all of them.
Same
Cool.
here.
Cool. Okay.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and start off with my pickle of the show. My pickle of the show is North.
Oh, that
yeah,
movie.
Oh
The
yeah.
movie
Oh, God.
that got Roger Ebert to say, I hate this movie. I hate it. I hate every single stupid and suffering moment of it, or something like that.
I
What is,
hate the
what is
movie.
what is it with every hated movie that has the word North in it? Ends up becoming one of the most infamous movies of all time. I mean, we have Norm of the North, and then there's literally a movie called North.
Hang on. I'm just
I
gonna-
hate
And then,
this
of course,
movie.
it's not a movie, but right, it's New Norm, but New Norm, it sounds similar.
But
I
I
hate
really need to do something. Pull up something on like my screen. Show the coincidence between these two atrocities. But I'm trying to figure out a good poster.
Where do I even... I don't know where to start with this one.
I mean, I could definitely say for sure that this is definitely, even without watching it, you could just know that this is Rob Reiner's worst movie.
Oh,
I mean,
definitely. This
and it
is
sucks
Rob
too,
Reiner's
because-
worst film.
And it sucks
And you
too
gave us
because
things like Princess Bride and Spinal Tap.
which is really sad too. Even more so because now he's no longer with us.
Oh, by the way, here's an impression of Beavis and Butthead since you brought up the new Norm. Hey Beavis, what is this show even? What is even this show? I think it's a TV show about Norm of the North.
Nice.
Nice.
Uh,
All right. I'm
I'm
going
still trying to. I'm still
Might
trying
as
to
well go
compile-
ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get this piece of shit out of the way. It has the story of this movie is just non-existent. This movie's basically about a kid named North wanting to find new parents. Because he claims that the parents that he currently has doesn't appreciate him that much. Because the parents that he currently has don't really appreciate him that much.
But then there's the thing that that is most infamous about this movie. The
ethnic
racial stereotypes.
The disgusting ethnic stereotypes.
It
Literally.
was 1994. So
Oh my
even
god!
back then-
The racial stereotypes.
Hang on. I'm just gonna pull up the trope in question that we're talking here.
The writing is absolutely atrocious. The directing by Rob
Here we go.
Reiner is absolutely atrocious.
Even by
The
his
acting
standards,
is-
that's pretty much what almost all the characters in that film are. Ethnic
Ah.
scrappies. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Mhm.
Because
And the acting. And nobody gave out a good performance here. Everybody was just there for their paycheck. Elijah Wood is atrocious here. But the worst performance in this movie goes to Bruce Willis. Oh my god. I'm about to show you this one scene here. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you something. Give me a second.
before we do, here's another image that I've got. Again,
It's Bruce Willis and a. Oh yeah.
like
What
isn't
is
it
with
kind of
Nate-
coincidental between these two atrocities? I mean, even by Rob Reiner's standards, this movie fails. Like Jesus, what was he thinking when he took this one on?
What? In the words of Angry Video Game Nerd, what were they thinking?
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. Let's pull up the next one. John McRox,
All
pull up
right.
your screen. Share the worst
All right.
moment you
Okay.
in this movie. Let's see it.
I'm going to show you something. Look at this bunny costume.
Oh god, that
oh
god, that character. Like, why is there just a guy who is walking around wearing a fucking bunny costume?
Jesus Christ! I mean, this wouldn't be the only time we saw a person wearing a pink bunny costume. I mean,
Cough, Ryan's World, the movie.
cough, cough. I need to pull up a.
So what do you think of this bunny costume?
It's
It's
hideous.
disturbing.
Is he trying to get made fun of?
I think it's also on the VHS on the. I think it's also on the UK VHS cover. All right.
There you
go. Here's the
I'm just
bunny
gonna
suit in
go-
its entirety.
Oh. Here's
That's certainly
here's
not
how I
disturbing.
describe this
Oh my
costume
God.
right here. I was supposed to leave the bunny hop. This is a bunch of particles I'm breaking in.
All right, can
A
you pull up my
crappy
image?
SpongeBob episode reference.
So that way I
Yeah.
can show you what I mean by cough, cough, Ryan's World, the movie.
Yes. Like,
Hey,
you know,
MCF. Yo,
Is he trying
MCF,
to
what
be
do you think of this? Hey, MCF, what do you think of this bunny costume?
all I have to say is, are you trying to be the next laughingstock, good sir?
Are you really trying to be like what Ryan's father in the Ryan's World movie did? Pull up the image.
What? I'm getting there.
Like,
And-
seriously.
I have to show you some other. Dan Aykroyd's in this movie too.
Like I'd rather this guy wear a horse costume while saying that he hates the Star Wars sequel trilogy.
Seriously.
All right, I do have some more costume designs here. Pull that up, please.
Wait, let me.
Oh God. What are these costumes?
What do you think of these? What do you think of these costume designs?
They look creepy.
Like this, are you trying to be made fun of? Like, this is a stereotype of what people think that cowboys dress up as.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Like says, insert Toy Story jokes here.
Even well, this was before Toy Story, but even Woody would be like, "This is cringe."
This would definitely be a huge waterhole poisoning. Right then
Yep.
and there.
Mhm.
All right, next.
All right, I'm done.
Oh, forget it.
Okay.
It has an atrocious cinematography, atrocious editing, pacing that is so slow. Like, this movie was 87 minutes. It felt like 4 hours. I did not laugh once throughout the entire movie. Every single attempt at humor fails. And I think there are a couple product placements here. There was a scene in this movie where we see an arcade machine for Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
For kids.
And this movie's ending was just a complete slap in the face. Because this movie's plot was basically all a dream.
Oh my god.
Seriously, you're using the it was a dream plot device
As a cop out. One of the worst cop outs I've ever seen or heard of. Seriously.
So, there you go. North
All right.
is my second worst film of 1994 behind A Troll at Central Park.
I'm pretty sure it would get
so
a 0 out of 10 or an F.
So, I have a pickle of the show that we're gonna be discussing about because me and
Okay,
Matthew the Prep.
That's why North is my pickle of tonight's show. Fuck
All
this
right.
movie.
So,
The two
so
of us
we
have a pickle.
yeah. That being Wonder Park.
Oh boy. Where to begin
great.
with this one?
Nothing but a
I have
bad
to miss-
time.
I had the misfortune of seeing this in theaters at a drive-in, along with How to Train a Dragon 3. For the record, Wonder Park played first.
A
But
double
yeah,
feature. Huh?
You guys may have remembered when we discussed about this one briefly in the worst animated movies from the past 10 years stream, which had to be unlisted because of a joke that Ryan shared or something. But I watched this movie back in 2020, and I really didn't like it because of how upsetting it was. And recently we rewatched this movie, and this
I
movie
watched this
is
for
a
the first
lot
time.
worse than I remember.
I watched it for the first time, for the record.
I used to like this film, but I grew to dislike it over time.
I'm glad.
So-
I am glad I did not see this.
But
Glad
yeah,
I dodged a bullet.
but yeah, this fun fact about this movie: it did not have a director at all, which you can tell in the movie because there's a lot of decisions made in this movie which did not even. It's obvious that they didn't get rewritten. The movie is written like if June's mother was actually dead the entire time. Because the fact being that she's still alive makes a lot of what June does in this movie completely pointless.
And even more so regarding the director. The director was Dylan Brown, but he was fired after after him getting Me Too'd.
But
Right.
yeah,
Guess who stepped in?
but I think the worst part of this movie is how is its blatant ignorance towards depression. June has a very good reason as to why she put Wonderland away. Yeah, that's another thing about this movie. The park in this movie is called Wonderland, but yet the movie is called Wonder Park. But yet June
Wonder Park.
throughout this entire movie constantly gets villainized for being depressed. And I mean that literally. I mean, it starts with June's aunt and uncle coming by, and they basically pressured her regarding the park so much that she ends up throwing the outline for Wonderland into the fire, which, no joke, that scene actually made me upset when I first watched this. Then June's father, the father of the century, after June just had a freaking mental breakdown, literally decides to send his daughter to math camp.
As if that would solve anything.
Yeah, because as we all know, the one thing that will solve depression is fucking math camp, apparently. Father of the year, everyone. Give him a round of applause.
The year.
And then there's the god-awful Act 2 breakup, where after the animals that June meets find out that June was the cause of the darkness, they basically decide to not listen to her regarding the solution that June comes up with, and they basically walk away while basically blaming this child for causing the darkness, even though she didn't even know that she created the darkness at all.
Oh my god.
Yes, because according to this film, if you're the bad guy if you get depression over the potential loss of your family member.
That is just awful.
Let me
Exactly.
Let me get the fuck out of here, movie.
Oh, and you think that the ending was sweet?
Bullshit detected. Take precautions.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what that was.
But yeah, the movie's disregard towards people who suffer from depression is not even the only issue with this movie. There's the writing, as I said, which feels
all over the place,
which very much reeks of there being no director to make any sort of patches to the film itself.
It's clear.
And also the movie. This is one of the very few times we're using the dark and depressing argument as an issue is actually valid here, because no joke, there is literally no sequence where the film feels like it's able to cheer up.
And yet somehow I find it hypocritical in this movie because this movie never shuts up.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah. And just like with Monster Family, as well as The Island of Giant Insects.
Hey guys. Okay. Hey guys. I'm gonna go get some ice cream I'm gonna go get ice cream, so I'll be back.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So don't start the reviews without me.
Okay.
But yeah. By the way, DreamWorks fan asked you if you thought that Oh, he left. But yeah. But as I was saying, just like Monster Family and The Island of Giant Insects, all of the animals that June meets in Wonderland spend a majority of the film arguing and bickering at each other.
Is that really the animated movie trope that we love seeing on screen?
Not really.
If the characters if the characters give us a reason to care about them and learn their lesson at the end of the film, maybe. But in this film, there's literally no character to them, and a majority of the film barely has any chemistry between any of them. Oh, and did I mention that the porcupine is voiced by John Oliver, using the exact same voice as Zazu from The Lion King 2019?
What is it with John Oliver playing the more annoying characters in all of the animated films he's in?
Also, this is supposed to be a grounded in reality movie, right? So why is there a magic forest in the middle of nowhere?
I don't know.
personal and legitimate question before we end up moving on to anyone else's pickled treasures. Would you do you even want to see this as the Nickelodeon series after this? I personally don't
no.
want to see these characters ever again.
Yeah, not at
No,
all.
and spoiler alert, how many years it's been since this film was released?
2019.
2019.
So 29. So it's basically 6 years since this movie released, and we never even got the Nickelodeon show at all.
All we got
honestly,
was an animatic.
And honestly, that was for the best, because I don't want to see these characters ever again. And being as blunt as I possibly can, this is bar none the worst pilot movie that Nickelodeon and Paramount have ever put forward. Like, Jimmy Neutron may not have done good critically, but it was a touching family bond story. And at least with Barnyard, it had the potential for a series, and you'd at least want to see these characters again.
And yet both did well as series.
And plus, Barnyard gave. All right.
Look at my PFP, everybody!
Oh boy!
Oh no!
Get that out of here!
Please no!
By the way, what were you about to say, movie cartoon fanatic?
All right.
Like Cecily, though, like I'm not kidding when I say Wonder Park was like at least Barnyard gave us Biggie Cheese.
Yeah.
And of course, the show
Was a fountain of memes.
Has gained a cult following, and I'd make the case the show is secretly brilliant. That Weird Al cameo is one of the best appearances.
But yeah, but with Wonder Park, on the other hand, the movie is borderline offensive to those who suffer from depression. The movie has plot holes everywhere, and most importantly, the movie is nothing but sadness and depression without any sort of substance.
And with that being said, I shall share you my letterbox review on this. Alright, here we go. Full of plot holes, idiotic decisions both writing-wise and by the characters themselves, not in any way, and top it all off with the director of this film having been booted off and left unfinished, with 3 others taking over to finish the remainder of it, along with having no director credit at all. Movie sure is anything but splendiferous.
Oh, but yeah, this movie uses splendiferous a lot.
Yeah, anything
Yeah.
but that. That's why I gave it a 1 star.
Oh, and by the way, Jacob Stout, go fuck yourself.
Alright. Can I get to an additional pickled film that I couldn't stand? This was before we watched Wonder Park.
And what was it?
We watched this together, John McGrox. Daddy Day Camp.
Daddy Day Camp.
Jesus Christ. Where to even begin with this one? Like, I mean, I get that the first Daddy Daycare movie, I mean, that was no critical darling, but at least it gained a cult following.
I actually liked the first Daddy Daycare movie. It was critically panned, sure, but I actually liked it. It has really funny humor, good characters that I can relate to, and a really good soundtrack.
Plus,
Daddy Day Camp, on the other hand,
Daddy Day Camp doesn't.
It's anything but that.
First of all, they got rid of Eddie Murphy, so that's already a red flag.
Hey, Mitchell, guess what? Ian Matthews' second pickle is Daddy Day Camp.
This is more my pickle than yours. I mean, your pickle was
North.
What was it again? North.
It was
yeah.
North.
I mean, because mind you, John Crocs had to suffer through this movie twice. The first time with audio only, and the second time with the visuals intact.
And what did you think of the movie, Matthew?
It was awful. In fact, let me just show you some let me show you the letterbox review of that one. Because holy shit. Like, plot was just so cliched here. A camp competing with another camp. Gee, I wonder where we heard that before.
Oh, hey, movie cartoon fanatic. Mitchell asked me to send the link to the stream on Instagram.
Oh, by the way, since you have this review right here and I see this word, I might as well do an impression of Mr. Horse when I say this. This movie, I had to include fucking toilet humor in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, this was a point where the toilet humor was a valid criticism. Unlike
all right.
Oh, and
unlike what
Mitchell,
Mr.
just to answer your question, like I said, my stream only includes 6 people.
Just so we're clear, John McRocks has the support for 10. He pays for StreamYard. NCF doesn't. But regardless, yeah. You see the borderline territory of bad? That's pretty much where films like Freddy Got Fingered and Meet the Spartans go into. And where does this one slot? Right before Freddy Got Fingered, actually, funnily enough.
At least so far, this one doesn't have child abuse or animal abuse in it.
Speaking of, I'm gonna bring the PFP back. It's back.
Oh God, no! Please no.
Hey MCF, it's your favorite movie of the year.
Yeah, it's my favorite movie of the year in another dimension.
I need to cleanse my eyes out with hot sauce right now.
I'm joking.
I seriously need to cleanse my eyes out with hot sauce after seeing that one.
Don't worry, Matthew. I was joking.
Good thing, but still, there's a reason why I've blacklisted that movie, and I'll show you, and I'll even show you on that list I created. All right, can you put my screen back up?
All right, go ahead.
Seriously, my buddies already suffered through this movie, and I'm glad I missed it. Again, I am not suffering through a super progressive movie at all.
Oh,
And
I see Sound of Freedom up above it, which we all know, Napoleon literally quoted, directly said
Name
in
drop.
that Animal Farm movie. This is the sound of freedom.
Damn it.
You are not subtle, Angel Studios.
They want this.
Like seriously, look at my blacklist here. Like, I have added so many movies to my blacklist, and also shows as well. I mean, this also includes, and yeah, the entirety of Gohans is also blacklisted. Post Handshakers, obviously.
Speaking of a super progressive movie, I'm thinking about hosting an Instagram watch along for that.
Oh, please no.
I mean,
All right, let's move on to.
So many people have already suffered through that movie.
Yeah,
Let's
I
move
don't want
on.
to suffer through it. But still, let's move on.
Let's move on. All right. Now let's move on to our treasures of the show. My treasure of the show is Toy Story.
Oh, an absolute classic.
It's always a classic anime, and I plan to probably revisit the trilogy in preparation for when we talk about this franchise sooner. Well, it's either this or the Amazing Digital Circus, but we'll have to wait and see which one wins out.
Is it a poll, NCF?
Not really a poll, but more on my
Any of you are interested in my Despicable Me stream tomorrow, let me know. Anyway, let's get on with this. This is a classic that needs absolutely no introduction. The story is a wonderful tale of friendship and working together, and it teaches a lesson about jealousy too.
And and like even if you and even if someone doesn't like this movie, you gotta respect it because this is the movie that kickstarted Pixar, and we wouldn't have movies like Finding Nemo, Soul, or Inside Out without Toy Story.
Exactly. The screenplay is beautifully written. The directing by John Lasseter is fantastic. Or did Andrew Stanton direct this? Did Andrew Stanton direct this movie, or did John Lasseter?
John Lasseter.
Thank you, John. The directing by John Lasseter is fantastic. The voice acting is absolutely terrific. Tom Hanks and Tim Allen as Woody and Buzz definitely stand out here.
Mm-hmm.
The characters are phenomenal, and the characters are absolutely. The characters are so memorable here. With, again, Woody and Buzz being the two standouts. Mm-hmm. Other memorable characters include Mr. Potato Head, Rex, Ham, Slinky Dog, Andy, and Sid Phillips, who is the villain of the film.
Yep. Although I will say that, again, John Lasseter is definitely way past his prime. In fact,
and like
he should retire now, especially after having been Me Too'd.
And like John Lasseter wasn't even the reason as to why Pixar's most beloved movies came out. Like after Toy Story 2, most of the movies were directed by other people up until Cars, and the only other movie that John Lasseter directed other than Cars at the studio was Cars 2.
Mm-hmm. And even then, that was his last one. And boy, oh boy, is that audio... And the less said about that audio commentary, the better.
The animation in this movie... I know some people are going to say it's outdated, but to me, the animation holds up incredibly well. I mean, for 1995 standards, this is impressive.
I mean, it's definitely a huge step up from Reboot and the original VeggieTales. Which, mind you, were also milestones in of themselves. Oh, let's see what you have to say.
Of course these grifters would believe that shit.
Mm-hmm. He's not.
Nope.
Just fuck out of here, grifters. Bad enough you think Vic Mignogna's innocent. Bad enough. Bad enough that those grifters think Vic Mignogna's innocent. Like, Jesus Christ, how many more whitewashings? How many whitewashings do the grifters need to do? Like,
all right.
And again, there's a reason why he's now stuck at Skydance. Because no other company was willing to hire him.
Highlight DreamWorks Animation fans' comment again.
Because
no.
they're about as stupid as well. Grifters are. Grifters are always stupid.
Oh yeah, and Sid Phillips, like I said, is a great villain. And it has fantastic editing, phenomenal pacing, a wonderful soundtrack, and it features one of my favorite endings in a movie. So there you go. Toy Story is my treasure of the show. All right, now let's get the reviews out of the way. And the first movie that I'm about to review is a movie that I saw back on June 28th. Okay, when I saw Animal Farm at my AMC theater back on May 5th, I didn't think anything would beat it, let alone give it any competition as worst film of the year. Until I saw this one. And that is Scary Movie 2026.
The sixth Scary Movie.
Oh, you would think that now that the Wayans brothers finally have control of their franchise after it being stolen from that rapist golem piece of shit, who suffers having breathing problems and heart failure at the moment, you would think that this film would finally be at least halfway decent, at least around the level of the first movie's reception on Rotten Tomatoes. But instead, we got a movie that said "fuck your pronouns."
and made that into a punchline. From what I
heard about that one joke, and I'm like, yeah,
that
that's
that
it
instantly
for me.
turned me the fuck away. And I remember seeing a Blue Sky post from a well-known content creator on YouTube.
Jesse Gender.
Yes,
I saw that post, and I saw it. I'm like, this kind of edgy humor should have stayed dead.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna close my bedroom door real quick. I'll be back.
I'd make the case that this kind of edgy
I mean-
humor was never funny to begin with, but
I mean, we'll save the question of is it worse than Scary Movie 5 for later?
Oh, come on, my search cannot be completed.
This is the worst R-rated comedy I've seen all year.
And considering we're going to talk about another horrible R-rated comedy that we had to suffer through, that's saying a lot.
Yep.
All right,
This movie story is just non-existent. All it is just a bunch of stupid parodies.
I mean,
All right.
Scary Movie is known for parodies, but I didn't think we would be horrible at it, at its own craft.
All right, here we go.
Yes, that was the tweet.
The Blue Sky post, you mean?
Yeah, the Blue Sky post.
Seriously, it's like, guess that's more of a reason to stay away from this Scary Movie installment. Unamused. And then Aunt Grimaldi was like, yeah, that all oops. Hang on. My bad. Yeah, that all tracks. And guess what? Do you want to know what's worse? Yellow Flash 2 tried covering this. I mean, covering in quotes this shit. Which, of course, I was like, seriously? This godforsaken grifting motherfucker? And appropriately put Squidward banging his head. Oh, God, Yellow Flash. You never fail in your awfulness.
I think the 8-0 will ever top Dirty Grandpa for him.
Yep.
I have yet to see that movie, but basically, from what I gathered, it was just the joke, tired out the joke of an old guy wanting to still party and get it on. Which,
like, I'm not even joking how awful this one is. Like, who even thought that an F your pronouns joke was a good idea? Like, and mind you, they were originally going to like lampoon like Trump in the Epstein files.
Oh yeah, I will talk about that one joke in a bit.
What did it actually make it into the film or no?
I think it did. Oh, it did. All right.
I believe the line, like this line could be.
I'm going to go ahead and continue. The writing is atrocious. It has atrocious acting, especially from Anna Faris and Regina Hall.
I mean, mind you, they've been long runners in this franchise. So that's another insult to injury because they've been a long-running pair in this franchise, especially Anna Faris. Ugh. All right, continue.
All right. It has an atrocious cinematography. Okay, I'm going to say this right now. This is the worst cinematography of the year. How this movie was shot was so bad, it looked more like a made-for-television movie. No. Actually, you know what? I take that back. This looks more like a YouTube fan film.
Actually, that would be an insult to YouTube fan films because I saw YouTube fan films with better production.
Hell, what YouTube fan film would I put this on par with? Because this from if it's that bad, what YouTube fan film or YouTube movie in particular would this fall under?
All right. The editing is atrocious. And oh my god, the fucking pacing. this movie was 96 minutes. Felt like it was going on for 4.5 hours. I did not laugh once throughout the entire movie because some of the jokes in this movie are so offensive. Like, there's a scene in this movie where they literally joked about the Epstein files.
I mean, they could have done it better. They could have done a better joke about Trump and the Epstein files, but apparently, according to you.
And there's a scene in this movie where they literally parodied K-pop Demon Hunters.
I heard.
Yes,
And there's a scene in this movie where we see a mall named, instead of being named Macy's, it's named Gacy's. You know, it's named. I think it's named after John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, that serial killer.
Remember that guy?
I remember from that one South Park episode.
I don't know, MCF. What do you have to say about that?
But
because apparently we need to cross as many lines as possible.
Please.
I mean, seriously,
Wolverine-
South Park is better at
Wolverine
this.
already did that.
And they also threw in a 6-7 joke.
Oh,
God.
God.
Makes me want to blast my brains out because of how prevalent that shit was.
Can we please are we gonna make the number 43 into a meme?
It better not
Okay.
be. It better not be because that would be total.
Mission ready. DEFCON 9.
Okay. And they also joke about ChatGPT here.
This
And
movie
there is a scene in this movie where one of the characters... Okay, there is a scene in this movie where, I shit you not, one of the characters actually joked about doing a Nazi salute.
Oh dear Lord! Who are they trying to appeal to?
I feel like the Wayans brothers are just going out of their way to shock people.
Yeah,
Who
and
are
it
they
was
trying
like,
to?
please, Starbenders is more offensive. They have vulgar lyrics.
I mean, seriously, who's this movie even for?
There's this line from that I think sums it up best. Don't just reference modern shit, you idiot. That's not comedy.
Yeah, because apparently, you would think that the Wayans brothers, who literally gave us the first scary movie, you would think that this franchise would actually have a little bit of a resurgence of, not the point where it will get great critical reviews. I mean, after all, the first film doesn't have a great score on Rotten Tomatoes either, but it will at least be a bit on par with the first film in quality. But apparently,
Also,
even
also to hell with that 6-7 meme. I prefer 6-9.
they did that in a grizzly bear.
Oh yeah, and this movie's ending was just a complete slap in the face. So yeah, this is in competition with Animal Farm as being my pick for the worst film of the year. And like Animal Farm, if I were to like Animal Farm, I am going to wait until the end of the year to give this a -1. But for now, it is getting a gargantuan 0 out of 10 or an F. And it is getting, oh yes, it's getting the Burn in Hell Award certificate. But like with Animal Farm, that certificate will be upgraded to the gold variant at the end of the year.
The gold shit variant.
Fuck this movie! And the Wayans brothers ought to be ashamed of themselves.
Come on!
Now, Ethan, question: Is it worse
What
than
happened?
Scary Movie 5?
I think Scary Movie 5 is worse. But this is just atrocious.
Speaking of which,
Fuck this movie! This movie can rot in hell!
Speaking of
It
which,
can
here's
rot in
another
the
point
fiery
on-
pits of hell!
Oh, sorry.
I am done! I am done talking about this movie! Alright, this next movie isn't much better either. And that is Balls Up!
I'll introduce it this time.
Oh boy,
wait,
this
Balls Up.
film.
I thought-
my third least favorite movie.
Glad
of
I
the year
missed
so
that
far.
one.
Wait, I'm trying to get it up. I'm trying to get the poster up on screen because
I've got to
there
get
it is.
shove your dick and balls up your ass. You piece of shit movie.
This movie.
I am.
All right, MCF, take it away.
Here's how I sum up this movie. It's basically Dick Jokes, the movie. I am not kidding when I say that. I'm not kidding when I say suffering to this one. I was like, oh my god, how? Like, can we please stop shoving your dick and balls in our faces with this movie? Like, that is the only fucking joke this movie has.
Take a look at the
The only
poster on
other joke
Letterboxd.
relies on Brazilian stereotypes.
So another movie that Vivzy Pop shows get stereotyped as. Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Oh,
isn't that just awesome?
Like, I'm not kidding. Like one of the worst scene that exemplifies this is when we watch Paul Walter Hausen and Mark Wahlberg's characters literally eat penises with cocaine in it.
That was not even the worst scene.
Again, I'm glad I missed this one.
And yeah, oh, by the way, Mark Wahlberg, what is it almost ever since Transformers died, your career has now practically turned into basically flop territory.
Oof. Balls up, thumbs down. Is
Like, and of course, the worst character is Paul Walter Hausen's character, who pretty much just causes both of them to go to jail by attacking a Brazilian sausage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and get this. Read that critic consensus. Balls up, thumbs down.
More funnier than anything in this movie, and I'm just gonna come out and say it. I said that Brideheart was a terrible R-rated comedy. Yeah, this one's worse because as bright as Brideheart was, that one was just boringly bad, and at least tried to have other jokes in. Whereas Balls Up only has one joke and it does not deviate from it. And spoiler, none of us were laughing. We all just kept saying, "Oh my god, do something different."
It's like the conservatives' one joke.
But
So, yeah,
that
Balls
was
Up
the worst scene.
All right, hey MCF, what do you think was the worst scene in the film?
Well, aside from the scene where Mark Wahlberg and Paul Walter Hausen eat dicks with cocaine inside, there was also the one scene where, again, it's yet another dick joke, whereby we're revolving around a fish.
Yes. Oh, out of all the things I didn't need to see, seeing that is definitely on the top of the list.
Like, I'm just gonna say it. Like, currently, right now, this is the number 4 worst film of the year so far, and probably the one. And out of the 5 movies so far, I gave a half star towards.
Of this movie.
Hey MCF, MCF, not to mention, we watched this on my server.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt even more. I mean, because there's another movie that y'all watched, but let's get to that later because we've got another film from another director that from a director that seems to have not given up.
Yep, and for now, let's give this floor to Ethan for suffering to this bullshit.
And no, Yui Bolt, we're not up to you just yet. We'll get to you in a moment, Yui Bolt. We're talking about Tyler Perry and Joe's College Road Trip.
Well, we'll save that one for later because right now we got to get through this one first.
Okay, I originally gave this a 0, but after thinking about it, I decided to give this 1 star on Letterboxd. The only redeeming quality I can give this movie is the cinematography. That's it.
Okay. All right.
The story is just a complete mess. The writing is absolutely atrocious. The acting is terrible, especially from our 2 main leads, Mark Wahlberg and Paul Walter Hauser, who are obnoxious throughout the movie.
especially Paul Walter Hauser.
Yeah, he's the worst of the two. The worst.
And of course, Sacha Baron Cohen is in this as well, and he's in another turd we're going to talk about today.
We'll get to that in a moment.
It has atrocious editing, horrendous pacing throughout. I didn't laugh once throughout the movie. Hey, MCF, did you laugh a single time with this movie?
Let's see. No. If I think your comedy is worse than Brideheart, yeah, you fucked up.
How about you, Resurrex? Did you laugh once?
No.
And I'm just gonna say it like I actually think this might be worse than War of the Worlds, because at least with War of the Worlds, it's at least so bad at least it's so bad that it's at least somewhat entertaining. And heck, I haven't seen Playdate, but I know Resurrex hate it. I'm pretty sure this movie is worse because at least Playdate tried to have other jokes in.
Mm-hmm. Even if it overused the word bitch.
I didn't laugh once either. All this movie relies on, any joke in this movie, all this movie relies on, the only jokes that this movie relies on are penis jokes, testicle jokes, and condom jokes.
Ugh.
And they get old real quick.
Cock and balls jokes, everyone. Cock and balls. Movie 43.
This is exactly what Vivzy Pop shows get stereotyped as.
Mm-hmm. All right. And what about the ending? Can it go fuck itself?
Fuck itself. 1 out of 10 or D minus. Fuck this movie. One of the worst movies of the year. All right, Resurrex, you're up.
First of all, like as you said, this movie is just dick and balls jokes, and it gets old very fast. And also, the other joke, when it's not dick and balls jokes, it relies on Brazilian stereotypes, which I can't speak for Brazilian people, but this is just tone deaf. And
tone deaf would be ideal.
And apparently it's controversial to cast Portuguese actors as Brazilians because Portuguese is different than Brazilian Portuguese. But just laugh.
I'm surprised that
Portuguese.
I'm surprised that this movie didn't get controversy with the Brazilian government, considering that one episode of The Simpsons.
Blame it on Lisa.
Yeah.
Oh God. But speaking of bad films with.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, and like the worst two scenes, the second worst scene, is the part with when Mark Wahlberg and Paul Walterhausen's characters eat condoms filled with cocaine. That was just gross and. Ugh. But the worst part was the kangaroo, the fish swimming up Paul Walker's dick, and Paul and Walter Terhausen's character had to remove it with his teeth. Which, some clarification regarding the kangaroo. There are reports that it has swummed up bodily orifices, but they do not swim up streams of urine. Usually the victims are bathing or washing in the water when the fish slipped in. But that was just gross. Yeah. This film, I will gladly take War of the Worlds over this
Agreed.
film because at least War of the Worlds is fun to riff on, and of course, it gave us the meme.
And at least that film wasn't relying on one joke and expect you to laugh at it. And this might be on the list of worst mainstream R-rated comedies we've seen as of 2020.
In fact, I'm going to say it. It might be my least favorite R-rated comedy. I hate it more than... then what was it? Oh, right. The 2017 Baywatch movie.
All right.
So yeah, this movie is definitely my least favorite movie of the year.
And I'm staying
Well,
away
one
from
of
this
them-
one, that's for
Well, my
sure.
least favorite, third least favorite movies of the year.
All right.
Trust me,
Now
go
we
ahead.
can finally get to the next movie from Tyler. This one from Tyler
Okay,
Perry.
before we do that, why don't we go ahead and talk about this next one? Ladies
Oh.
first.
Oh, ladies first.
Oh yeah, what I like to call it reverse sexism, the movie.
Ugh.
On Letterboxd, I described how of all things, I thought that Send Help was a better movie revolving around gender roles than Ladies First.
Yes.
Yes, because I am not kidding. This movie has one very huge problem that makes this movie unbearable to sit through, and that is the main character himself, played by, you guessed it, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Ugh.
Sad that he went from Borat to this.
What
And
a
I can describe-
what a shame.
He's basically, you guessed it, a sexist prick. And the movie expects you to feel some level of sympathy towards him, which, no, he's just flat out unlikable, when he's tossed in an alternate reality where the woman he fired becomes Boss, who's played by Rosamund Pike.
Do you feel any sympathy for her?
Well, it's an alternate reality, but at the same time, they're also pretty unlikable. They're both practically unlikable, at least in the alternate world. Whereas in the main world, she was just fired.
Oh, MCF. What do you think of the main character in this movie?
I just
Played by-
described to him as an unlikable and sexist prick.
Oh yeah, this movie. Okay. This movie basically shows him getting fired, but not for long.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts on that, MCF?
If you thought I was going to feel sympathy for this prick, yeah, think again. No. Hell, if anything, at least say what you want about Bradley Preston from Send Help. As a prick as he was, at least he was a funny prick and got what was coming to him.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently from what I heard from you, Sacha Baron Cohen's character here is anything but that from what I'm hearing.
And when he does try to learn, does supposedly learn his lesson, it's not believable in any sense of the word.
It's
AMCF,
definitely
what did you
in
think
an
of- what did you
unintentionally
think of the ending?
unsympathetic way.
Well, if you thought if you think I'm gonna fall for the fact that he learned his lesson, yeah, think again.
Unintentionally unsympathetic right there is what this character can be described as. Anyways, what's your score for this, MCF? And what about you, John McRox?
I gave it 1 star on Letterboxd.
And what about you, John McRox?
Oh boy.
Also a star?
Yep, 1 star. I'm giving the story of this movie is just idiotic because this movie is basically about. Okay, this movie is basically about Sacha Baron Cohen's character being a sexist prick, and we're supposed to root for this guy. MCF, what do you have to say about that?
I do not root for sexist pricks in general. In fact, we have no tolerance for sexists.
Mm-hmm.
The screenplay is absolutely atrocious. It has atrocious directing, awful acting, especially from Sacha Baron Cohen.
And
He is awful in this movie. And as I mentioned, he is a sexist prick.
Yep, and of course, there's some of the product placement, which include Burger Queen. They reference Burger King, and in the gender flip universe, they refer it to Burger Queen.
Oh, God. But yeah. The only thing I can praise about this movie is the cinematography. That's it. It has atrocious editing, awful pacing. Like, I'm not even kidding. The pacing is so slow. My God. This movie was boring. I didn't laugh once. And the movie's ended where Sacha Baron Cohen's character basically gets promoted to be CEO. Hey, MCF, do you think I was deserving?
Let's see. No.
Hey,
That's what I thought.
I'm back.
1 out of 10 or D-. Fuck this movie. And this next one's even worse. Minnie's Midnight Massacre.
Oh, goody! Public domain horror movie trash.
Oh my God!
Shit. Here we go again.
Let me guess. This is a public domain horror movie revolving around Minnie Mouse.
Yes.
You want to
So
know
Matthew the
what
Prep.
the worst part is?
Okay, Matthew the Prep, you go first.
You know, I did not sit through the whole thing because I was with my compound worker driving home from somewhere, and we happened to join while we were in the car. And yeah, there was a reason why I left partway through. Because holy shit, is this movie abominable? Like, how many of these public domain horror movies revolving around public domain characters do there have to be?
Oh yeah, the main characters in this movie are just unlikable pricks. We're supposed to sympathize with these characters, even though they shove Minnie in a storm shelter and leave her there for 20 fucking years.
Oh my!
What did I say about that, Matthew?
Wait, I don't know if I remember that. I did not sit through the whole thing.
Our heroes, everyone.
I bailed through. I bailed at some point.
Jeez. I haven't seen a character that was this sympathetic. You know, a villain that was made into a villain that was this sympathetic in quite a while. Like, the last time that I've ever seen this from an antagonist was Carlos in the 2011 Hot movie.
Like, again. Oh, and did I not forget to mention that AI Slop It is prevalent throughout the film?
That's enough of a meme.
Oh yeah! They used AI for the rats!
Are you fucking kidding me?
I feel like I have no reason to hate this movie.
And if that wasn't bad enough, and I heard this from Ethan, there was a scene where Minnie Mouse shoves a diaper full of feces in a person's face.
Again, I'm glad I missed that.
You know what that reminds me of? Andrew Ditch.
I'm
like,
fucking
bro.
glad I missed that.
Like, bro, leave your fetishes out and like, keep that fetish to yourself, mate.
Andrew
Don't
Ditch
put it in movies.
Andrew Ditch would have the time of his fucking life with this movie.
Oh, highlight Chilbion's comment right here.
All right.
And speaking of shit, did I forget to mention that there's actual AI garbage in this movie? Oh wait, let's put that one with the shit in this movie, right? And speaking of shit, did I ever mention there's an actual diaper full of shit in this movie?
Okay, look at Shadow Gamer's comment.
Well, good to know you can't. Good to know this person can't take criticism, much like Risk like Waterfield, who tried to go after Cody Leach for giving a negative review to Blood and Honey.
But then again, this year we also had Animal Farm, where Andy Serkis basically bashed the critics who were hating on the movie.
All right, my turn. This is the worst horror film I've seen all year.
There's a reason why there's a reason why I bailed, and as a
And there's
result,
a
I can't give it a rating on Letterboxd.
And there's a reason why I refuse to watch this, because I refuse to watch any AI slot movie and just public domain horror movies in general.
I gave up on the public horror domain movies.
I gave up after Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2.
Mm-hmm.
The story is just completely idiotic. The writing is atrocious. The directing is atrocious. The acting is terrible, especially from the 5 main leads, who, like I mentioned, shove Minnie in a storm shelter and leave her there for 20 years. And we're supposed to sympathize with these characters. What do you have to say about that, MCF?
If this is who we're supposed to sympathize with, then we might have, then you're basically lost.
Mm-hmm.
It's like trying to sympathize with a bigot.
Yep. The cinematography is atrocious because the fucking color grading when it comes to the flashbacks. Oh my god.
God, I even saw how garish it was myself.
It has atrocious editing, pacing that is just so slow. This movie was 79 minutes. It felt like 4 hours.
So with that being said, let's get to the ending, which, again, I'm pretty sure it could go fuck itself, right?
Yep, definitely. The ending can definitely go fuck itself. 0 out of 10 or an F. Burn in Hell award certificate. Fuck this movie. Period. All right.
And by the way, Hollywood or whoever keeps on making these movies, quit making public domain horror movies. Like you also like you did
cinemas.
this. You did this with Steamboat Willie, as well as Betty Boop, and now this. And let's not forget to mention there's also Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. And by the way, there's like Betty Boop does not fit with the horror movie format at all.
And even more so, and this also has to be said, this is probably the worst thing to ever happen to Minnie Mouse. Yeah, and considering that one time from Family Guy of all things treated her horribly, that's saying a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Our next rant is Citizen Vigilante.
All right.
Oh,
But wait a minute. Shall we get this to Joe's College road trip first?
Okay.
Yeah, good idea.
Good idea.
Road trip. So let me pull up my Letterboxd review for that one.
Which is one thing that me and Matthew and Ethan watch. And all I can say is, Tyler Perry, just
stop.
Please stop, Tyler Perry. Seriously, look at my Letterboxd review. Seriously, black audiences deserve way better media than this shit.
Makes that episode when the Boondocks made fun of me even more satisfying.
Again. And do you see that redeeming quality?
Yes. It
granted,
has one good thing in it. The bar fight scene.
The bar fight scene where a bunch of racists who, no joke, use the N-word with the hard R. I mean, those racists thankfully had it coming.
Plus, you can never go wrong with a bar fight scene.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially if if asshole racists are the targets. Can't go wrong with that. But other than that, seriously, this movie is nothing more than just bad elsewhere.
To put it
Good
into
point,
context without how bad this film is, take it to drinking for every black stereotype that is in this movie.
I mean, mind you, we have Medea, naturally.
And then there's the flashback scenes, which just paint child abuse as funny.
Hang on, I'm gonna pull up a clip from Sean's yearly reviews episode that pretty much describes this movie. Can you Hey, can you yell?
The movie.
Oh, whoop!
I'm back.
Wait, try it again. Oops. Wait, can you try it again?
All right. What again?
NCF. I need to try it again. I did it wrong.
All right. Let's just continue this bullshit.
Wait. Can you pull up my screen again?
Pull up the screen again.
Yeah, the one I'm sharing.
Name Wild Goose Chase the movie.
Because that's literally what it is. Much like Lewis and the Alien, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much another Wild Goose Chase in the movie.
Well, and even worse so, this is one, and of course, our two main characters are of course unlikable, like especially Joe himself.
The obnoxious old guy stereotype.
And of course, he's accompanied by his grandson, aka our little boomer. The only reason why I didn't give it like 1 star and I only gave it like 1.5 is because I just knew what I was going into it that this was going to be everything I expected from Tyler Perry, especially from his Medea franchise. Hence why this movie didn't make me angry. It just made me bored.
It was just annoying at times. But then again, what do you expect from Tyler Perry?
And plus, Balsam has just annoyed me way more than this one did because that film was just nothing but a dick joke, whereas at least this one tried to have comedy, even though it sucked. Both this and Ladies First are both better than Balls Up because at least they attempted to be comedies.
Right. But as per usual, we've got another film from another director who's pretty much has a bad reputation. And
But we'll get to that when we get to it. But for now, it's my turn. Tyler Perry, just stop. The only two redeeming qualities I can give the movie are the cinematography and the only redeeming quality I can give the movie is the two redeeming qualities I can give the movie are the cinematography and that one song in the movie. That's it.
But there's other things that are wrong with this movie that I forgot to point out.
Like, the story is just an unengaging wild goose chase like movie. It has an atrocious. The directing, the screen.
Wild Goose Chase the movie, indeed, just like Lewis and the Aliens.
Tyler Perry edition.
The screenplay and directing, both done by Tyler Perry, are atrocious, and so is Tyler Perry's performance as Joe, who is obnoxious throughout. It has atrocious editing, awful pacing, and I did not laugh once throughout the entire movie.
And ever since he went to Netflix, I feel like Tyler Perry's on now that he has advantage and now can do rated R humor.
I mean, come on, you could do that in theaters too.
Oh yeah, there's a scene in this movie where one of the characters, who is white by the way, says the N-word with a hard R.
But then again, he got what was coming to him.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie's ending was just a complete cop-out.
Oh, indeed.
2 out of 10 or D. All right. Now on to the big one. And that is Citizen Vigilante.
Oh, wait, Bull, you have done it this time because it was so bad that Germany banned this movie.
Hell, and it's for a reason other than CP. That's crazy.
Oh,
Like,
and
this is
speaking
like-
of which,
Wait. Okay,
mind you,
Ryan, hold on. But anyway, we saw this movie on Discord.
And I already watched it a week prior, and so did Razor, and spoiler, none of us liked it either.
Yeah.
Ugh.
In fact, I would rather watch Balls Up because that film was just stupid and gross. This movie,
This film, on the other
feels
hand-
like something that, just feels icky watching it. Ugh.
especially
All right.
knowing that Army Hammer is in this one, mind.
Yes, but
Bear
even
in
the
mind,
controversy.
Army
Which, speaking of
Hammer.
which, take a gander at what's said in this movie. This film is dedicated to the thousands of rape and murder victims in Europe who were betrayed by our legal system.
Bitch, you have somebody that has assaulted people playing as the main freaking character.
Let alone a
And
cannibal at
directed
one
by
of that.
someone who exploited German tax laws.
Wait,
How do we
think Army Hammer-
actually exploited German tax laws?
Now, I
What?
think Army Hammer deserves a bigger fuck you than Uwe Boll. He's just
Huey Ball.
stupid.
Huey Ball.
They both deserve a fuck you. Considering that Uwe Boll literally challenges his critics to a boxing match.
I say that Hammer deserves the biggest fuck you than Boll.
Yes, apparently, this movie was actually banned in Germany for its excessive violence.
Yeah,
That's
imagine being banned for a
shocking.
reason other than CP in that country. That's crazy.
Oh, and by the
Team
way,
or
how
seed.
do we sum up this right here in one word? Hypocrite!
Yes,
Hot
exactly.
meat kettle. Pot called the kettle black again.
Your main character is a proven cannibalistic abuser. Like, who wanted
An
Army Hammer
assaulter.
back in the big 2026?
And
Good God.
Nobody wanted him back.
Nobody wanted, especially not Army Hammer. No.
No one wanted Uwe Boll back, and no one wanted Army Hammer back.
Again, Huey Boll was better off as a restaurant owner. Why couldn't he just stick with that? And
He was getting apparently Uwe Boll was getting fantastic reviews as a restaurant owner, from what I heard.
yeah, again, why can't you just stick with that?
Yeah, I mean, you're reaching an all-time high at that in your.
You're better off
Oh,
doing
and by
that
the
than just
way-
making movies. Like, come on!
Oh, by the way, it's a rundown. Show what the MPA rating, what rating this movie got.
Hold
You
on.
will not believe it.
Let me
that-
find it. Let me find it.
Like the MPA rating something.
I could also find it too. Where was it? Live action movies.
No. I'll find it. I have a picture of it.
Oh, you have a picture of it. Well, I'm also checking. Oh, damn it! The Discord as well. Just to
Exactly,
see.
Till Beyond. If this doesn't prove that cancel culture doesn't exist, I don't know what does.
I mean, it's really and it's really sad too, because I thought Army Hammer was done for, especially with those cannibalistic comments and fantasies.
Okay, I got it.
All right, never mind. Let's pull it up. Yeah,
NC-17 rating.
mind you, do you want to know who Quiver Distribution what else Quiver distributed?
Wait.
They also distributed Money Plane.
And The Fanatics starring John Travolta.
You
That's
want to bet
why
on
they
a dude
didn't-
fucking an alligator? Money Plane.
Although,
Serious.
unlike in Germany, it's fine to release it here in theaters and on digital. It's fine here, unlike Germany.
Like seriously though, and let's start with the biggest problem with this film. This movie is fucking hate-filled.
Yes, it's xenophobic to the core. And this
First
film,
off, this movie has immigrants getting killed.
yes.
Ugh. I literally am just disgusted.
Yes.
Like seriously though,
Ugh.
immigrants are getting killed, and I'm not kidding. This is literally in the film where of course, this producer said this one on Letterboxd.
All right, so share my screen because I need to do something on screen for y'all to see.
Oh, wait a minute. Army Hammer was also in Frontier Crucible from one of the companies that brought you Lady Ballers.
The Daily Wire.
Wait,
No,
it
Bonfire
wasn't-
Legend.
Yeah, Bonfire Legend. That's the one. Although it's from the same company that released the original Nasia movie, so thankfully it's not Daily Wire.
But still,
Like,
Bonfire
like-
Legend is awful. But
Like, this
that being said, this movie is going on to my permanent blacklist.
I was originally gonna black this movie, but I got morbidly curious, and I was like, well, the fact that it got banned in Germany, I have to see this to believe it. And right now, I'm gonna say it.
And not to
This
mention
is-
the whole thing about being directed by Uwe Boll.
Yui
Yeah.
Bowl.
Like
Yui
this movie is
Bowl.
xenophobic by portraying the immigrant and people of color as unceasingly aggressive offenders protected by a broken justice system. And our main character, who orchestrates the death of an innocent bystander in a car crash simply to make a point.
Yes. Which this film made me give a new appreciation for the Boondock Saints. I'm not the biggest fan of the Boondock Saints, but that film, because reminder, the protagonists in that film spare a sex pest and enable him to do some horrendous things. They didn't do something like this, like kill a bystander just to prove a point.
I'm sure that Sean Patrick Flannery is a better person than Army Hammer.
Oh yeah.
Seriously.
And once
glad
again,
I
this
missed
movie is supposedly dedicated to rape and murder victims.
That
Again.
alone earned it like my lowest rating.
Yeah, I call bullshit on that. If this movie was dedicated to murder/rape victims, then Cuties was basically making a point that those who did those things to children was wrong, even though they were actively doing that in that movie.
That's why the movie was so critically panned.
And spoiler, if that was the case, I guess the woman in the yard is dedicated to suicide victims.
So with that being
Get
said,
the fuck out of here, Uwe Boll and Army Hammer. Fuck both of you.
I have a video to cap off this whole thing.
Well, Ethan saw it, so let's also give him his rant. But let's get the other problems out of with this one as well.
because
Hey, MCF, is this your brand new worst film of the year?
Well, I still think a super progressive movie is worse, but this is a close second. And yeah, it did its own Animal Farm.
again, now I refuse to watch Citizen Vigilante.
All right, I'm gonna go up.
Oh, and Mitchell, it was for free on YouTube. It got taken down.
I watched it
Elon
before it
Musk
got
even
taken down.
posted it on his website for a while.
Oh yeah, Elon Musk put this movie up on Twitter, which exactly goes where his moral priorities are.
Yui Bowl.
Thank God for Elon Musk.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Those memes.
It wasn't Elon. I believe it was Yui Bowl himself, and Elon
Nope.
let him do so.
Nope, it is Elon. It
Wait.
was him.
Yes, Elon Musk shared the video. I heard Double Toasted cover.
All right,
Wait,
my
what?
turn.
No way. All right.
My turn now.
All right.
Ua Bowl, I have one thing for you.
And to Army Hammer as well. They both.
Hey,
deserve
MCF,
the
you want to
biggest-
join in?
All right here, right now. Both
Hey,
of them
Ryan,
deserve
want to
the
join in
biggest-
too?
I refuse to watch this movie.
How about you,
now.
Sean? You want to join in too?
I
This
refuse
is for
to watch this movie.
This is for Army Hammer and Dewey Bowl.
Jovion said something last year, which is true now. We really are the Glasses Gang.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sure. And I'm the sixth. And I'm the sixth member of that. Still, I refuse to watch Citizen Vigilante because now that y'all have had to suffer through it, I'm not doing it.
The story of this movie is just a complete slap in the face to the audience. Because this movie is about Armie Hammer's character killing immigrants. I'm not joking.
As if I had to be reminded of that one sequence from Hell and Back where Orpheus basically insulted someone for being an immigrant.
But here it's worse because the immigrants are dead. They get
The
killed.
screenplay and directing, both done by Ua Boll, are atrocious. The acting is atrocious, especially from Armie Hammer.
Why was he allowed to come back?
The action sequences are just absolutely atrocious. The cinematography is atrocious too. The action sequences are atrocious because of the god-awful cinematography, horrendous editing, and terrible choreographing.
And the shaky cam as well.
Yeah. Oh my god, the shaky cam! Oh my god. Hey, Canadian Ribbon. The pacing, oh my god. This movie was 89 minutes. It felt like it was going on for 4 hours. And this movie's ending was just a complete insult. Because MCF, you want to tell them why?
Because as we said earlier, it's find it laughably hypocritical that your movie is dedicated to rape and murder victims when your main character is played by a cannibalistic abuser and is directed by someone who exploited German tax laws.
Yeah, an easy 0 out of 10 or an F. And it definitely gets a burn in hell award certificate.
I forgot
Fuck
to say
this movie, fuck you, Ua Boll, and fuck you, Armie Hammer.
Let's end it off with this.
I have a video clip here, dude. Best end it off.
Oh wait,
Wait, before we do,
never come back.
Take a look at the Wikipedia page. You want to see who praised this movie? Take a look. Elon Musk.
Yes, we already talked about it. Oh.
These
Thank God for Elon Musk and his shitpost memes.
And even said Donald Trump should watch this movie. Let that sink in.
Oh no, possible sequel.
Oh my god. Yeah, if there's any reason, one of the reasons why Twitter is not worth using, it has to be this.
Yes, exactly.
No, do not come back for a sequel.
We are not allowing it. Yui Bowl.
We are not allowing it.
Yui Bowl, I'm done.
I'm not
One
seeing the
one for the fact that it's directed by Uwe Boll and we hated it, and two for your bigotry because this movie is bigoted, xenophobic, and hate-filled.
And the fact that it was praised by fringe figures. I mean, that just only makes it worse.
All right, we're done.
All right,
Fuck
let
this-
me end it. Let me end it off with
Fuck
this
this movie.
video here.
I refuse to watch it. Now I refuse to watch it.
Like puke up a donkey's ass. What a shitload of motherfucking bullfuck. I mean, I'd rather eat snot and diarrhea vomited out of a buffalo's dick, and if you...
Yeah.
That's exactly how I feel. Again, this will be a blacklisted title from
All
my
right.
server.
Our next
I will-
review is Desert Warrior.
I
The
am
shit
going to put that
continues
on the
to
forbidden.
roll on.
All right, MCF, you're first.
Well, the most interesting thing about this film is that this was review bombed before it even came out. Like, it originally had a 1.3 out of 10 on IMDb before it even came out in theaters.
I thought
And
her
even
Private
more so-
Devil was bad.
And even more so is how much this movie made at the box office. I'm not kidding. This might be the newest box office bomb that came out. And those were more interesting than the movie itself, which was, in one word, boring. It's so boring that I practically forgot that at this point, I'm just going to hand it off to Ethan because outside of those two factors, this movie has nothing interesting to say.
This is one of the worst movies of the year. The only two redeeming qualities I can give the movie... Actually, the only redeeming quality in the movie is Ben Kingsley's performance. That's it. It has an atrocious story, terrible screenplay, awful directing. The acting is terrible, especially from Anthony Mackie, who is awful in this movie. He is
What
terrible.
Up, Anthony Mackie? You're better than this.
Wait, apparently Anthony Mackie was in The Hate You Give.
Go on.
It has an atrocious cinematography. It has terrible costume designs. It has terrible pacing. Like, this movie was 2 hours. I fell asleep watching this. I fell asleep watching this one. No
Damn.
joke. And the action sequences are just absolutely atrocious. And oh my god, this movie's ending. That ending pissed me off. So there you have it. 1 out of 10 or D-. Fuck this movie. All right.
And the last,
Our next review is Jack Ryan Ghost War.
another one that I watched as well, and I watched it, and yeah, this is yet another film I practically forgot everything as soon as I finished it. And in fact, this movie is just a 5 out of 10 really forgettable action movie you would see on Amazon Prime. And yeah, there's really not much of substance to this movie that I can really say for it. So
Man.
Ethan, you have the floor with this one.
Man, this was the most bad movies that we covered in a podcast so far.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
And
spoiler,
All right.
now
this
we're
is
not
Christ.
even done yet.
and we're not
That's
done yet.
unbelievable.
All right.
Wait.
The story of this movie, like the only three redeeming qualities I can give the movie are that some of the action sequences were actually pretty good, and the musical score is actually really impressive, and not to mention the actor that played the villain. But that's it. Nothing else. It has an unengaging story from start to finish. The screenplay is terrible. The directing is awful. The rest of the acting is terrible too. The rest of the action sequences were just so boring and bland. It has a bland cinematography, atrocious editing, sluggish pacing throughout, and just an ending that really left a bad taste in my mouth. 3 out of 10 or D+.
All right.
All right.
Ethan, before we get to the other reviews, I think we have one more bad movie left from Razor. I think it's only fair to end on all the bad movies in one go.
All right, go ahead, Razor.
Yep. This movie. First of all, this movie is not even about hunting dinosaurs. It's just, let me look at the premise again. The premise is, according to Letterboxd, a rich family are brought together to a remote island for a reunion, only to learn that their father has been experimenting with dinosaurs in an attempt to find a cure for his disease. This family are forced to work together when the dinosaurs escape. Gee, why does that sound familiar?
Jurassic Park?
Yes. And also, not to mention what, yeah, exactly. But, Dinosaur Hunt is a Dinosaur B movie from, let's see, details.
And from the sound of this premise, I'm also getting Island of Giant Insects vibes.
Yes, but it's not as bad as Island of Giant Insects.
I mean, this movie came from ITN Distribution.
Yes, that film. That's a film. And the film, like, it's not even a film that's fun to riff on. Like, you know, there are these low-quality movies. Like, they're at least fun to riff on. For starters, like as I mentioned, there's barely any dinosaur hunting, and there's also barely any dinosaurs. And when they do appear, they're lackluster. Like, the effects are abysmal, and the sound design is just bad, relying on lazy stock audio. Also, this film has dragons. Literally, it has dragons. Seriously, what is with these dinosaur B movies having things that are not related, like, not having dinosaurs, but having something else instead? Like, there was this one I had that also had zombies, and then there was this one that had, like, this Scorpion King monster and had crabs. Seriously. And
How do you get a dragon mixed up with a dinosaur?
Like, what the hell?
Yeah. So yeah, this movie, like, I thought about being generous, like, you know, giving it like half a star, like, but giving it 1 star, because you know what? At least there could have been some material fun to riff on, but nope. There's only one moment of unintentional hilarity, and hardly anything riff-worthy material. So yeah, not worth the watch.
And with that, we're done with all. And with that, we're finally done with all the bad movies we saw this month.
All right, my next review is Toy Story 5.
Unfortunately, I have not seen any good movies this month from this year. You know, any good movies?
All right, I'll start with the positives
year?
first. The animation is gorgeous. And I also liked some of the vocal performances in the movie, particularly from Tom Hanks and Tim Allen. I actually thought the musical score was really good. And I enjoyed, and I actually liked that one Taylor Swift song that was in the movie. But that's all this movie has to offer in terms of good qualities. The story is just a cliched mess. The screenplay is all over the place. The directing by Andrew Stanton is just a hot mess. The rest of the voice acting was really rough. The editing was a bland mess. The pacing was really sluggish. And the ending felt really unsatisfying. So, yeah, 5 out of 10 or C.
But this needs to be said. Yeah, please, Pixar, put Toy Story to rest. There's plenty of other movies that you can make a sequel to than Toy Story. Heck, I would rather you guys make a sequel to A Bug's Life than another Toy Story movie.
Yeah, same here.
What happened to that? What happened to a Bug's
All right.
Life? A classic.
My next review is Masters of the Universe.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had a blast with this one. It has a really good story, great screenplay, good directing by Travis Knight, who, by the way, directed Bumblebee.
And will be
Really good
directed Wildwood
performances.
later this year.
And especially, and my favorite performance in the film goes to Jared Leto as Skeletor.
For
Crazy
once,
that
Jared
Jared
Leto doesn't
Leto
ruin
did a good
something.
performance.
Despite once again being box office poison.
And a horrible person.
Yeah.
Hey, there are performances we enjoyed.
I
by
like the
horrible
good
people.
cinematography. I enjoy it has solid editing, really good action. And this movie's ending was just really I was really satisfied with the ending too. If I were to have any problems with the movie, it would be these. The pacing in the first half was a bit slow, and some of the effects weren't that good. But otherwise, I enjoyed it. 9 out of 10 or an A-.
Yeah, like that opening logo is actually kind of neat that they have Cringer as Cringer in the MGM logo. That's a neat.
Yeah,
little
that was
throwback.
really neat. All right. My next review, my final review is Disclosure Day.
Right.
Welcome back, Steven Spielberg.
Mm-hmm. Of course, he made directed The Fablemans, I believe. Yes, he did.
Or let's call it. Welcome back to your alien roots, Steven Spielberg, because that's this movie. Yet another list of him going back to his roots with his typical alien film, with stuff like Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, E.T., and of course, Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The story was really engaging. It has the screenplay is absolutely fantastic. The directing by Steven Spielberg is fantastic. It has great performances all the way throughout the movie. It's beautifully shot. It's wonderfully edited. It's great. It's wonderfully paced. The visual effects and CGI look absolutely incredible. And this movie's ending, and this has one of the best endings I've seen in a movie this year. All right, I know some people are not going to agree with me on this one, but you know what? 10 out of 10 or an A+. This movie deserves it.
I need
enjoyed
to
it.
still see this movie.
I enjoyed it.
really
It was
wanted-
good for the most part. I mean, sure, I felt like some parts.
All right,
streaming,
I'm
but-
going to go ahead and head off here.
All right.
You know, I still need to
Yeah.
watch Disclosure Day. I'm putting that on my watch list.
I'm excited for one specific film that we're going to be getting to, which I actually saw when it premiered on YouTube a few weeks after it premiered in theaters.
Yes, and we're gonna save that one for last.
Oh boy. Mm-hmm.
To save probably the best for last.
Good idea.
So yeah, Disclosure Day was yet another good installment from the masterful Steven Spielberg.
Mm-hmm.
Next up,
DCU Supergirl.
Which, let's get this out of the way. Our issues with this movie are not because of wokeness.
Exactly.
Yep.
I mean, again, I've not seen the movie, and yet I could definitively conclude that if you're just bashing on this film because of wokeness, then you need to leave the room right now.
Also,
Please.
the fact these people made like multiple videos on them, like
And Millie what's her name?
Millie Alcock, I think.
Millie Alcock, yeah.
Millie
I mean, if
Alcock.
anything,
Thank
she was one of the best things about the movie.
you. But still, though, that's pretty nice. But then again, the fact that people were actually discriminating against her appearance, even even propping up Citizen fucking Vigilante, didn't
These
y'all
people are
remember
nuttier
that?
than candy bar shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
apparently,
I need to
yes,
find that.
because apparently xenophobia is better than women being in the superhero genre.
Yeah, and also, I say screw these guys. Millie is actually pretty.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the film, but then again, I agree that she's pretty. Just from all the pictures.
I also
least
like
there was
Jason
what I
Momoa's performance as well.
Yeah, he was awesome as Lobo. Like
he's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, for the brief time he made an appearance, he stole the show. Like when he was Lobo, and I would honestly be down to see more of him. But what I
was there
now one thing I like one thing that was very appreciated. Like it was nice that this film had.
I found it. It actually came from Yui Boll himself. Hang on. I found the awful take that. Huh?
Okay, what I was saying was what I really liked. Okay.
Like seriously.
Wow.
Posted AI
Real
slot.
classy, Bull.
As if I need another reason to hate you already.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
but then again,
for his YouTube thumbnails. Thought I bring
putting it.
But then again, during a previous stream of ours, we talked about a crackhead comment of the day, basically saying that fairy tales' use of fan service is worse than bestiality.
That was
anyway.
Do I remember that comment? Was I on that stream?
Yeah, you were.
Anyway, as I was saying, I liked how the film actually had a good deal of practical effects mixed with the CGI. Like that is just so refreshing scene. And I like Millie Alcock as the lead, as the titular Supergirl. She was like a punk rocker, pun intended. And of course, we mentioned that Jason Momoa was awesome as Lobo. And well, the action scenes were fun. There were a few moments that could have used some trimming in. The villain, well, I wouldn't call him terrible. I've seen more memorable superhero villains. But yeah, this film was a harmless watch. It was enjoyable. I'd give it 3 stars.
This is another movie I want to watch, but it seems like the grifters just make it such a toxic environment. Again, screw you, grifters.
For me, I gave Supergirls 3.5 stars.
And also, hang
fair.
on. I'm gonna share it from start sharing from the Discord because the actual audacity of the grifters to use this really wanted to make me recoil in disgust against Millie, against the lead. That actually made me recoil in disgust.
If any of you hate this movie for reasons that aren't like the grifters, then it should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you're hating it just to bash it like a grifter would, then get out.
Your opinion doesn't deserve to be treated like it matters.
Hang on, I have a voice clip that I've shared.
I'm gonna
right. Mm-hmm.
All right, into the trash it goes.
Exactly. Into the trash
Alright.
it goes.
Now, shall we move on to the next movie?
Yes.
Yeah, let's move on to it.
Next up is
Power Ballad.
I had a
Yep, I
blast
saw
with this film.
movie. This film, now I'm not caught up with the director's filmography, but I learned that he was Irish, and the film takes place a good deal in Ireland. Like Paul Walker's character, no, Paul Rudd, my mistake. He moved to Ireland with his family. I enjoyed it. First off, let me just say, Paul Rudd, for a guy nearing his 60s, he looks amazing. But
He's
yeah. And see, anyway, this film, it explores the meaning of art, ownership, and the complexities of jealousy and recognition, and the redefinition of success, and the tensions between everyday realities and wild ambitions. And he carries the film, and of course, Jack Reiner's character was also pretty funny. And so, yeah, I had a good time with this film. It was funny and heartfelt. I really
Same
thought
here.
the end was powerful. Plan to check it out. Plan to definitely check it out. So yeah,
all right. And this is one that me and Razor watched, and that's a film called The Furious.
yes, this film was awesome.
Yep.
Where'd you watch
nice,
it?
nice.
I love
nice.
I love the caption that you gave.
I also saw that film. I had a blast with it.
Same here. It's nice to see Hong Kong's martial arts in mainstream films.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the big compliments is the action. Let's be real, martial arts tends to always be underappreciated, and this film is yet another list of that.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie also gets a massive W for being a movie against child trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yep.
Is it one that did it well on Sound of Freedom?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it does it well. And the action, it's not only well shot and well choreographed, that it's also very visceral. You feel the blows and whoa, it's intense. And of course the cast for the movie, I don't want to botch his name, but the actor who played the lead was great. And there was this child actress, I forget her name, but she was great in it too. And we actually had multiple doses of villains, which I thought were great. That added layers. There was that cowboy hat wearing pimp, and then the son of that the in-law of the mob boss. And yeah, it was a wild ride, and it had a heartfelt, but it was a great film. And also mixed things up. There was this moment when this guy got the shotgun out.
Fun fact:
could be more than just
The Furious actually won a NASCAR Film Award.
Right on.
Yeah, it won for best stunts. If you pull out my screen.
Nice.
Yep. And the next film is In the Grave, which was from director Guy Ritchie. Yeah, he's back yet again each year. So,
50
was
Shades
Guy-
of Grey. Unlike 50 Shades of Grey.
So, yeah, Guy Ritchie is back almost every year, and he tends to be hit or miss. He can either give us a really good movie like The Covenant, or give us a piece of shit like Fountain of Youth.
Oh, and not to mention either, he was also the director of the 2019 Aladdin movie.
Right. I really like The Gentleman that he directed.
Yes. And one thing that's also worth noting is the fact that this was released by Black Bear. And guess what they did with it? They give it little to no marketing up to its release.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that it was out. I only saw something on my Regal listings.
So far the one thing that's of note is that it stars Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, Superman and Mysterio are in this movie.
Oh,
Yep.
oh, the previous Superman.
Yes.
Yep. And definitely this is the one I do enjoy quite a bit. As this movie is about a covert team of operatives led by a lawyer who leads who must steal back $1 billion fortune from a ruthless despot, leading to a high-stakes heist and a deadly game of strategy. And yeah, this movie features your typical Richie's signature style, focusing on tactical action, witty dialogue, and unique visual flair. And yeah, this is that you can definitely tell in the grades definitely what you expect from Guy Ritchie, unlike Fountain of Youth, where you never got the sense that he even directed it.
Or Aladdin 2019.
Yeah, where you could tell with those movies that it didn't even feel like he even has his style on those movies. Instead, it almost felt like it was directed by a robot, although I don't want to accuse it of such for obvious reasons.
Understandable. I will take the worst man-made film over the best AI-made film.
But then again, like the other Disney live-action remakes that came out in 2019 and onward, to put it in the words of Mr. Horse, it was just a copy of the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
right.
And thankfully, and it's definitely carried by both Gyllenhaal and Cavill's entertaining. It's definitely carried by these two, it's definitely a movie that had a bit more fun to it. That had me a little bit intrigued where it was going. So yeah, this is definitely one of the few movies of this year I can call underrated. So next one up is
Leviticus.
I heard some good things about it.
Yeah, it was a good movie. I mean, it wasn't it wasn't my favorite horror movie of the year, but it had the right elements going over it. It was. I made a point to support it because it was at times where it wouldn't be at later times, but I got around to watching it, and I enjoyed it for the most part. It explores trauma inflicted by conversion therapy and exposes religious hypocrisy and examines feelings of alienation and isolation, and celebrates the resilience required to overcome their erasure. The monster serves as a metaphor for internalized homophobia and religious trauma. And I thought it was handled for the most part, and the two leads, they have chemistry, and there are some effective scares. However, I felt the rules for the monster could have been established better, and there could have been deeper development, but overall, I don't regret supporting it. I give it a 3.5 stars.
all right. Next film I watched was a movie called Tuner, and guess where this one came from?
Timmy Tuner.
Timmy Tuner. Timmy Tuner.
Yep, this film came from, you guessed it, Black Bear. Black Bear, please, for the love of God, do a better job with your marketing, with your film.
Yes, I
Marketing.
remember seeing a poster of it, and yeah.
And I'm just gonna say it right now. This movie, of all the films I saw this year, this might have my favorite sound design I've seen. No joke, when watching it, this one has some very flawless sound design, sound design. It's a pretty good movie. As this movie stars a gifted piano tuner with hypersensitive hearing, who gets pulled into a criminal underworld of safecracking to help his mentor. This movie is definitely. And there's a lot that I do quite like about it, and there is a bit to like about it here too. Well, let's see. I'm trying to go off memory. He had definitely great chemistry with our love interest, and it was nice to see Dustin Hoffman and the villains because they were pretty decent. You can definitely see the repercussion of his actions. The one that has super hyper hearing, you can like the sound design is probably one of the things I absolutely adore, and it's definitely one of those films that where you can definitely see it. And yeah, I don't really have much to add, Sissy, though. And then the next one goes to
The Death of Robin Hood. This film
I
was
need to check it out.
mid. I mean, I wanted to enjoy it, but like, it's. I mean, I wouldn't call it terrible, but like it had the right elements going for it. Like, I'm not opposed to a darker interpretation of Robin Hood, but I will say it's well shot, and Hugh Jackman carries the film as expected. But I feel like the movie just missed an opportunity. It's just like it doesn't really take advantage of a darker take on Robin Hood. Like, do much more with it. But I wouldn't call it terrible, so I give it a mid rating, which is 2.5 stars.
And now we saved the best for last.
Oh boy!
I'm very happy about this.
Let's see what it is.
Tonight is the Amazing Digital Circus series finale, and yes, I'm gonna be putting a spoiler over this because we may or may not talk about plot details about this one.
I need to mute myself.
All right,
and my speakers.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So yeah, so this was
Let me know when you're done.
All right, so this was a series that I decided to binge watch in preparation for this and to finally see it in theaters, because yes, I actually did get to see it in a theater, and holy shit, this was a great finale to a series.
The shit, the doo-doo, the poopity pop.
Although for one thing that's worthy of note is that this is combining 2 episodes, episode 8 and episode 9.
Mm-hmm.
Though, there is a very good reason for this, since the finale is only 50 minutes. So that's not enough for a full movie-length experience. So they had to combine it.
There's
with
whole debate on what
8.
counts to be qualified for a full movie. Like, I read some sources saying that it has to be 40 minutes. Others saying it at least 40 minutes. Others saying it has to be more than 50 minutes. I get conflicting.
Yeah,
stuff
I
with
think,
that.
I think it's above 40 minutes. I think it was above 40.
I mean, and unlike say, Butch Hartman's A Garden Cartoon Movie, The Greatest Thing Ever, or Beauty and the Beast: Belle's Magical World, this actually feels like a movie experience.
Exactly,
yes,
because spoiler alert, it takes place after episode 7 of episode 7, which we deal with the consequences of Jack's decision of basically them being trapped in the circus and them questioning who Kane.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could have gotten to a better life or stayed with Kane, and after seeing that, this is where we start to see Kane at his most unhinged and him spiraling.
Yeah.
Right.
Like episode, I'm gonna be honest. Episode 8 and 9 are some of the best episodes of the show. Besides episode 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because and yeah, like we get a goated ass villain song from Kane.
Mm-hmm.
It's news to me that it's news to you. To which degree, who answers to who?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but basically, you want to know how much he spirals into this? He goes as far as saying the word "goddamn" uncensored.
Right. Or the word "shit" was, I believe, actually, or it could have been.
Like that. Oh, the one who says shit is Zubul. Oh, by the way, one thing that was worse than that theatrical experience is the fact that I went to go see this movie and kids were there. And you want to know what trailers played for it? I got trailers for movies like Toy Story 5, the Moana remake, Minions and Monsters, and Wildwood. All meant to be kids movies.
Right.
Yeah, and The Amazing Digital Circus isn't exactly a kids show.
Right.
But then again, Skippity Toilet was not meant to be a kids show, but a lot of kids like it. So it ended up turning into content farms for kids.
Yep.
Right.
And for episode 8, it's basically just watching Kane torture his residents, because it's just trying to cope, and in the worst possible way, which leads to him finally getting the crash out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, and the reason as to why the other circus members decide to do this is because Kane was going to check up on Kinger while he was trying to put Kane to sleep.
Yep. And
it really does show how far that Pomni has come since the pilot episode. In the pilot, when she was going through the maze, she was all freaked out and out of breath while opening the doors and still finding no exit. Before she has a mental breakdown when seeing the CNA computer. Meanwhile, in episode 8, she just casually goes through the maze while looking unfazed by it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And this was at a point where Kane ended up, well, quote unquote, dying, which he doesn't by episode 9. And that just leaves us with episode 9, Remember.
And so the episode begins with a plot twist that I can see people having conflicting thoughts about, that being that all of them are just copies of who they are in real life rather than being just them. Given that it basically renders all of what the circus members were trying to the conclusion that the circus members were trying to do since episode 1 as being for nothing. But we're gonna get into this in a little bit. But it's definitely not worth harassing Gooseworks over.
Right. Which,
Exactly.
honestly, I can't blame her for stepping out from the series. I had a friend who actually did a video explaining how divorce from fandom can actually be a good thing. And I thought it was really well said.
Yeah. And this is where the episode where we finally revealed Jax and who he is, or who she is, because according to Gooseworks, Jax is trans.
Mm-hmm.
That part of the episode where Pomni goes through Jax's mind was excellent.
Right. Mm-hmm.
As we finally get the character who was built up for several episodes, Ribbit.
And not to mention Cosmo.
But before we get into the stuff with regarding Ribbit, let's talk about some of the funny stuff. The Amazing Digital Circus is a very funny show, and while episodes 8 and 9 don't have as much humor as there was in the other episodes, it's still prevalent in the last act. The Looney Tunes-esque sequence was just gold.
I mean, you can't go wrong with a Looney Tunes reference. And then it's of course and all the Jaxes talking to themselves at once. I mean, Jax is always
the
funny.
joke was funny.
Yeah, there's a lot to love here because we get to who Jax is as a person, and let's just say it's horrifying to think about.
Yeah, Jax was so abused by his parents to the point where he has a hard time trusting other people, and to the point where he doesn't realize if they're just gonna make fun of him or not anymore. So that's why he ends up pushing people away.
And this is how we get the jerk that we all know and love.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no joke. There were parts in this finale that actually almost made me cry when first watching this. That sequence where Jax basically discourages Pomni from going near him while he's standing near a light post actually almost made me cry. It was so tear jerking.
Yes. And because trust me, we see all the flashbacks to who Jax is as a person, and let's just say it just makes that scene of him finally abstracting all the more depressing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, though I do need to that song that we get after Pomni is yanked out of Jax's mind, Isn't She Lovely, it has become a bit of a meme, though there is something that I do need to say right now. Gooseworks did not of your life flashing before your eyes.
Yes,
Exactly.
it's been around in fiction. I mean, for centuries.
Yeah, and yes, and yeah, like trust me, like I like there's like a part of me believes that Jax is dead.
Though he's actually just abstracted.
Right.
And I think Jax would work as a cautionary tale on how to deal with these kinds of situations. Because one of the things he says is that one of the things that the reasons why he's a jerk and why he tends to push people away is so that no one will miss him. Yeah. And seeing this like I'm pretty sure a lot of TADC fans were crying seeing this in theaters.
Mm-hmm. The film, well, it didn't get me to tear. It got personal for me.
Same here. And that let's just say Jax was already my favorite character up to this point, but this only solidifies it.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually and yeah. In general, I really like all of the I like nearly all of the members of the Digital Circus in general, especially
Same.
Pomni, Ragatha, Jax, and Kinger.
Yes. And that just leads us to what happened with Kane while he was stuck in an alternate world.
Apparently, we get a flashback in episode 8 revealing that he basically consumed Abel, leading them to be merged with each other. Which is why he often has these crash outs in the first place. Abel is basically corrupting him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and whether or not you find him, Kane realizing he was wrong a bit rushed, which I can kind of agree with that. That part was kind of feel rushed, but then again, the series was about to be over at that point. So at this point, we had to get something to wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's another thing that is kind of brushed under the rug. We never find out how the circus members were even copied into the game in the first place.
Yep.
But yeah, but aside from those minute things, this was a fantastic way to end this series. Like the series started off pretty good, but once we got to episodes 5 and 6, that's where the show really started to get good.
Like, in my personal opinion, the second half of Digital Circus is why I consider this a great show.
Mm-hmm.
And if we were to count this as a movie, this might be my favorite film of the year. Yeah, well, I'm serious about that statement.
I know it was said it wasn't as an episode, but since it was released in series, I think I might consider it as a movie.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and in my opinion, this is more of a movie than the greatest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
And spoiler
more
alert,
of a movie than Moana 2, and Atlantis too.
Yeah,
And
and
Bell's Not
spoiler
Cool.
alert, and for the record, the fact that Sean made a joke saying along the lines of that the works of Glitch and Vincipop would be more worthy of being on the big screen than a super offensive movie, that aged like wine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And spoiler alert, we're getting a Vincipop animated movie from Warner Brothers.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it because it looks like a dinosaur witch. That's awesome.
Yeah, and funny how currently my favorite film of the year and my most hated film of the year came from Australia.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the patterns really showed.
Mm-hmm. And like I'm just gonna come out and say it. Since we are going to be discussing Digital Circus anyway, we might as well give you a preview of what we think about the characters. I really like Pomni and Ragatha.
Yeah, for me, Jax and
Same.
Pomni are my favorite characters in this series.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that thing we can finally do away with the spoiler review aspect here. All right, spoiler warning's gone, Matthew the Prep.
Hold up, I'll let me know in the private chat.
I know, I saw it go down. Don't worry, it's gone.
Yes. So yeah, and I think that's it for all the movies we saw in June.
Yeah,
Yep.
and whoa, it was a lot.
Unfortunately, I wish I saw that many.
Yeah, and because spoiler alert, I can't believe we actually went this far, but so far this might be the month of the most bad movies we sat through.
Ooh, yeah.
Definitely. No question.
Coming in July, we still have that Moana remake that is coming out.
Yeah, which
I'm not watching that.
No force on heaven or earth could get me to see it.
I'm not watching that remake. Movie hasn't even been 10 years old. Literally 10 years old. It doesn't need a live action remake.
Yep.
If you want to, if the movie is remade, just rent the original, as the critics said in that series.
Like says it though, I counted 9 out of the 20 movies we had to review were bad.
Yeah.
That was awful.
But hey, at least we got more movies to be excited with, like The Odyssey, for example.
Yes.
What other movies are coming out? Because I really need to do more 2026 films.
Yeah, because spoiler alert, the recent Minions movie got the highest percentage on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy cow. I'm actually, that is shocker.
Same.
I was not expecting Minions of all things to be somehow better than the first Despicable Me movie.
Yeah.
Shock, isn't it?
Can you share my?
We'll have to see for ourselves if it really holds up to that reputation.
Oh, and it has Trey Parker
Jeez.
in it.
I mean,
look at that, 90%. That's the highest in Illumination film.
And keep in mind, only a few months ago, they released the Mario Galaxy movie, which is currently on the 40%, which is probably the lowest rated animated movie they released. I said animated movie, not counting Hop.
Yep.
But if we still were to count Hop, then that would be lower.
Although I'm sure a bunch of diehard Illumination haters are going to be contrarians and say, nah, this movie sucks.
Just
cough, Frozen Wish Studios.
And cough, Plady.
I mean, yet I'm really shocked as to how he'd be an unhinged Illumination hater. In spite of a few decent takes, his takes on Illumination are just absolutely terrible. So, you want to know what I'd give Plady's takes on Illumination?
Like Cicero on his Minions and Monsters Letterboxd review, he literally went as far as make that parody song from I Got a Little List from Family Guy.
And of course, who can forget his infamous Mario Galaxy review that pretty much was like on the same level as Peter Bradshaw of The Guardian. I mean, Razor X, I will at least give you credit for your review. That saying that the hate for it was overblown, even if you were disappointed.
Even if I did end up disliking the Mario Galaxy movie, I would still be calling these people for taking their hate beyond logical reasoning.
Yeah, exactly. My issues were Rosalina being underutilized and and not really going anywhere with it. And I didn't even bother Fox McCloud making an appearance. I mean, it wasn't some other character with that overwhelmed with that. I mean, the most, and I just felt like it was just using too much on Easter eggs, and I made the point also saying I will take the worst human-made animated movie over the best AI generated movie. And people are saying that it's worse. And people are saying that it was worse than the worst video game movie. Are you aware that Uwe Boll movies are still a thing, and that this year we got the Mortuary Assistant?
Uwe Boll, are my films a joke to you?
We already just recently tore apart Uwe Boll's ass for giving a platform to a cannibalistic abuser,
and also shitting on Supergirl as well.
And not to mention either, even in regards to Mario movies, are you guys forgetting about the 1993 movie?
Which I heard some people actually consider that a guilty pleasure, and that film has undergone a critical reevaluation. I follow Cinematic Excrement, and he was doing a video on it, and he was pointing out it's had a critical reevaluation, and he pointed out also the film had a troubled production. Multiple different scripts.
Which one?
Yeah, the 93 movie. I've yet to see it.
I have yet to see it either, but still.
So yeah, thank you for joining today's podcast, and the next time we're going to be tackling the best and worst movies we saw this year so far. Because spoiler, we saw enough bad movies to make a top 10.
I can't believe I've only saw bad movies that came out this year in regards to the ones that have come out this year. Hang on. Before we go, I need to pull up the films that I have seen. I've sat through Scarlet. No, that came out last. But I'm trying to figure out by 2026 films. How many 2026 films have I sat through? Because I sat through Animal Farm, Clicker, and Animal Farm, Scarlet, Clicker, and Joe's College Road Trip. The only good movie I actually saw from this year was Avatar: Aang: The Last Airbender. And that hasn't even released yet. And that was through a week.
Yeah, I think you might want to start. This is why you might want to start going to the movies more often.
Again, I can't believe I'm saying that the only good movie I saw this year was Avatar: Aang: The Last Airbender. That was from this year.
Like,
Like,
oh yeah. Happy birthday to you, Thomas Fuentes.
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Thomas Fuentes. Whew. So with that being said, let's put an end to this stream. I'm tired. Besides, we should probably react to Mr. Renner's video soon. Should we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, my Chromebook is at 46% right now.
So we'll probably have to save that for another time.
Right.
All right.
And I have some things
Tomorrow
going
we'll
on
do
with
it.
my Mac that I'm trying to figure out.
We'll do that tomorrow. Save the
All
date.
right, well, that-
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right. With
I
that
might have
being
things going
said,
on, but you can do it without me.
all right.
But
But I can
But
being
this
said,
is supposed to be a Discord.
yeah.
Oh,
With
I
that
see.
being said, adios.
Adios.
See you later.
Bye bye.